that can be re-engineered and rewired to perform exactly what it is that you want it to do.
Now, the Toyota engineers say this does not mean there's a safety issue in other vehicles, just that there's a problem in the original experiment. And they say it means that there are no safety problems, though, in Toyota's electronics. Well, a new session of Parliament is underway at Queen's Park, and the McGuinty government laid out its plans for the coming months in a throne speech this afternoon. Our Kate Stutzman's live at Queen's Park now with more on what the Liberals are saying and just how it's going over. Hi there, Kate.
Hi, Nick. Well, really, the throne speech topic was about four main topics, including clean water technology, increasing the number of spots available in universities and in colleges, the plan to capitalize on the mining of chromite, and healthcare.
And on this gorgeous spring day, I couldn't think of a better way for Ontarians together to spring into the future.
The Liberals' 5-year plan includes increasing the number of spaces in colleges and universities by 20,000 this year. But there was still no talk of cutting tuition costs or raising loan limits.
We're going to have to find a way, obviously, to fund those 20,000 spaces. That's not going to be an easy thing.
The best way to improve access is to have lower tuition fees, so our students from Northern Ontario, Southwestern Ontario, and even in Toronto have access to go to post-secondary education.
The Premier also wants to increase the number of foreign students by 50%, something the opposition doesn't think should be a priority.
I think Dalton McGuinty's motivation at his core is how can I get more cash out of people's pockets. I suspect he may see foreign-based students as a cash cow.
On the healthcare front, the Liberals plan to have Ontario hospitals compete for patients based on who can provide care and surgeries more cheaply.
I mean, the healthcare system is only as good as the way I can access it. So if I'm living 100 miles away from where the centre actually is that I need to access, you know, if I have cardiac problems, I have to see my doctor every single week. How do I, as a citizen, get from one part of this province to the other part?
Clean water is also a major topic of conversation. McGuinty will introduce the Water Opportunities Act, capitalizing on the development and sale of new clean water technologies and services to be sold across North America.
There are communities right now in this province that don't have clean water. So how about we focus on some of those communities and get Ontarians able to drink clean water in their own communities before we start talking about how do we get those technologies around the world.
And last but not least, the controversial topic of mining chromite in northwestern Ontario. The mineral is the key ingredient in stainless steel. The main problem? The natives living on this land don't support the plan.
And now that is going to be a major issue, and the Premier did address that, saying that he plans to work hand in hand with the natives. However, he wouldn't comment on the current native blockades in that area. Another topic of conversation, the HST. Now, McGuinty has gone on the record and said he hopes that this will actually create 600,000 new jobs, a lot of which are going to be in the manufacturing sector, which is really good news for areas like Hamilton, the Niagara region, and Windsor that were hardest hit in the manufacturing sector when the recession hit. Nick, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Kate Stutzman at Queen's Park tonight. I appreciate that, Kate. Meanwhile, in Ottawa tonight, Stephen Harper is basking in some high approval numbers for last week's throne speech. The Canadian